Alright, man, you ready for this?
What?
The thing we're about to do. You have to act as Malala, and I'm acting as myself, and we have to have a conversation.
Like Malala from the book? I Am Malala? Like that Malala?
Yeah, that Malala.
You're joking, right? Like, you're not being serious.
What? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm being serious.
Well, I'm not doing that.
Unfortunately, you have to do that, so...
No, I don't. You can just do it.
Like, I can't be Malala because I'm Jaden, and you're technically not me, so...
Well, I technically am kinda you, in some aspects, so you can just do it.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to be Malala.
Nope, I'm not.
Okay, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Coming over here. No, you're not. Just get over there.
A few moments later.
Okay, Malala, how's your day going?
This sucks.
What? And what do you have on your head?
What you put on me.
Okay, I put it on your head because you have to be authentic, alright, man? Just be authentic to her personality and then be authentic to her character.
You're stupid.
Such foul language. I don't tolerate that.
You're stupid. This is stupid. What do I even gotta
Wait,
do?
you're not supposed to talk like that. Tell me how you're really supposed to talk.
Like like this.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, well, I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit about, stuff. And I guess my first question I want to sort of ask you, because I'm curious, is, what are your biggest wishes for the world? Like, what would you like for the world and for humanity and people as a whole?
I want every kid and every child to be educated. Now you might be saying, Malala, why wouldn't you want people to be out of poverty? Well, education can get you out of poverty. I also want every person to sort out their issues by talking and being civil. There's no point in having in violence, because innocent people who have nothing to do with this get killed.
I get that. My biggest wish for the world is, and for humanity in general, is kind of on the lines of what you said. I do want people to be definitely more real. People to be less, fake. And, it sounds like I'm being petty when I say that. But, it applies to bigger problems, And people weren't as petty. They didn't hold so much of a grudge. There wouldn't be wars. There wouldn't be, there wouldn't be all that stuff. But, humans are humans. So once they feel like they have an enemy, then they're going to go and attack the enemy. So I do wish that people would be... Everyone's just real with each other, and can have civil disagreements, instead of blowing out of proportion or thinking they're right. And I want everyone to and to follow their paths and to follow their dreams and their all that stuff.
Yes, I do agree. I do not think I would use that wording, but I do agree with your point.
In your book, you say. I don't want to be thought as the girl who got shot by the Taliban, but the girl who fought for education. This is the course which I want to devote my life. You said that. Now I wanna get your thoughts on education, because I have my own thoughts on that, because I think that education sometimes can be kind of dumb, especially in the American education system. I know me and you have grown up in two completely different ways, and so I think of education just because as sometimes pointless. It's always good to get educated, but at the same time, there's a lot of kids, especially for college and schooling, who go into college and study a bunch of different wide variety of things and all these things, and they don't actually know what they want to learn about. They don't know what they want to be taught. So they go in there and they just kind of just putz around for like 5 years and don't actually get anything done in college, because they majored and minored into things that they don't have interest in, or everything they have interest in. They just couldn't. It's just that college is such the next logical step for humans, that I think a lot of people go to college and waste their life in college. And I think education sometimes can be very hurtful. I used to get I don't know. I'm bad. I'm not as smart as you, Malala. So, I can't. I kind of struggled in school. So, what would be your response to something like that?
I think everyone should be educated in a different way. The standard school teachings aren't may not work for everyone. They do work for me, but not for everyone. School is education, but education is not school. Some of the most popular leaders and famous leaders of all time did not complete school, but I can guarantee you they were educated. There are starving kids in the world who would love to be educated in a way. School is just the most common way of getting educated. So for those kids, they think of education as school. Like I said, school is education. And school might not work for everyone, but I in particular love school.
Yeah, again, we have two different, sides of ways of thinking. And, I get what you're saying. So you wouldn't say school, school in particular isn't all education.
Yes.
So I like to, that's what brings to a different thing with, like, you mentioned, leadership. And I've definitely led a whole group of people before, and I've done my own thing in plenty of different ways, and I've been an influence on a lot of people. And what I've noticed with working with a lot of people was a lot of people don't seem to have resilience. They seem to have problems getting to what their goals are, and I tend to have to push them. They don't have the work ethic. They don't want to fight for their goal. Either because they think it's pointless, because they're depressed, and so I guess my whole thing is, I think leadership is a good thing to have. And I think at what point does, and like, what are your views on leadership and resilience in general, and like, what point would it be to where, you don't want people to rely on you for something, constantly rely on you, because does that mean you're a bad job at being a leader, or does that mean it's a bad job at or is it the person's fault?
I think it is both. I think if they are not working to their goal, then they have to think, is it really their goal? Is it their goal, or is it what do think their goal is? And if they are too unsure of their goal, it is your job as a leader to encourage them and push them to that goal. But I see what you are saying, that most of the time if they are not willing to work on their goal and they have disinterest in, it probably is not their goal.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And on the topic of even being influenced by people, like, what are your biggest influences?
My influences are, as you have read in my book, my influences are my father, Benazir as well, and just the environment around me in general.
Yeah, no, I find it interesting you said your environment, because I never did think about how my environment. I think of people when I think of influences, and I never thought how my environment, would impact me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think my environment has definitely helped. And I just think, and my personal influences are, and I hate to say this, but like, and I feel wrong, and as you know, Tupac is one, and that's crazy when I say a rapper, but the sort of outspokenness, and the sort of more. I think he's more than a rapper in terms of he's a public speaker, and and very political, and I think good on politics, and that, and as well as I do think I think, but that's also things like musical influence. There's a lot of influences I have, but I don't think anyone's directly influenced me, because I think a lot of people don't have it in their hearts to want to help you.
I don't believe this is true. If you are passionate about something and you have a belief, people will always follow it. If you got to make people believe, if they do not want to hear you. You have to make your voice heard. It is not that people do not believe in what you are saying, because someone will always believe in a speech or a belief. There's always going to be not one. You're not the only person in the world who believes in that. But if other people in the world cannot hear your belief and your voice, then how can they support you? So I do think that it's a matter of making people hear your voice and having your voice be heard.
That's true, but do you ever want, another thing, I don't say vengeful, but I think karma, I think bad of certain people, because I think there's certain human decency that you need. Why don't you, would you ever think of retaliating against the Taliban, or talking out against them, and and you can already sort of do that, but
Like I said in my book, if they come to kill me, I will say that what they are doing is wrong in my opinion, and that education is a basic right. I have no ill will towards people who shock me because, like I said, I have my beliefs. They have their beliefs, but not necessarily our beliefs do not match a lot of the time. What they think they are doing is right, and to me, it is not. I do not believe that what they are doing is taking away education and all the stuff that is going. I do not believe that that is right, but that is their beliefs. The people who have shot me are soldiers of the person who they believe in, who they support. They were acting on their accord. So no, I do not have any ill will toward any of them because they are humans who have their own beliefs, as well as I have my own beliefs.
well, they shot you though.
With me, yes, I know, but they believe that I was a threat to their belief. As I believe, sometimes they are threats to their belief, but their way of handling was to shoot at me and shoot at the girls on that bus that day. I do not believe in that.
All right, Malala, there you have it. There you have it. That was a good conversation with you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you can get out of character now.
Oh, yes, finally. Get me out of this. And also, you're going to be in the bed next video. Wait, is this racist?
You'll be fine. That contributes to the authenticity.
Yeah, I better be, or else you're going to get in some big trouble.
I love the Indian accent. It's pretty cool.